We love living local. We are Scott and Kelly Greats, third generation Central New Yorkers who live, work, and play right here in the heart of New York.
The mission of this podcast is to shine a spotlight on the people, places, and events that make our community an amazing place to live.
We don't run ads. We don't talk politics. Our only ask is that you help us spread the love that we have for this community by sharing these episodes with your neighbors.
Now sit back, relax, and enjoy this episode.
Well. Another weekend is upon us. Weeks just fly by when you're having fun, right?
Mm-hmm. Sure do. I'm looking forward to the weekend.
So we're kicking things off Friday, December 8th. Let's start with some music, pizza, drinks. What could go wrong? That's like the perfect trifecta.
All my favorites.
Showtime trio. So three of them. That would be Joe, Jose, and Mr. Smithson will be performing live at Lucan's on Varick Street, 9 p.m. Great spot. I'm a fan of brick, industrial, modern.
Yeah, they've got all the exposed like heat ducts
HVAC.
And everything. Yeah, it's a cool spot, and there's a lot of space in there too, which is nice. It's if you want to sit at a table and not be right up close to the band, you can sort of be in the corner, or it's a good venue.
Yeah, good venue. Couple different options obviously on that street if you want to, stroll, do a little bar crawl. But Showtime Trio never disappoints. Definitely check them out. Lucan's, they start at 9:00 on Friday. For those that are looking for a little more laid back experience, atmosphere, late night Fridays in Clinton has begun. And so that it really runs all Christmas season.
I think it started last week. I think last week was the first week it actually started with their extended hours. But the
late night piece is 6 to 8 p.m. So check out your favorite shops in Clinton, after hours, shopping, raffles, deals to be had. Kind of a cool idea.
Yeah, for sure. Clinton's a cool little village anyway. The Main Street there, and Nola's is there. We tried to get in there a couple of weeks ago and they didn't have any reservations available. So it's definitely a cool little scene on that Main Street area. And they have a lot of small shops and
personally owned
items and
small businesses. Everything we stand for. We really need to get to Clinton.
Yes,
now that you say this. And Nola's, you are on our radar.
Yeah, you're just hard to get a reservation.
We haven't, which is a good thing.
Yeah.
But we need to work a little bit harder at that and get out to Nola's, do a little shopping. Maybe this is the weekend, but you should.
Yeah, definitely.
Listener.
For sure. If you haven't finished your Christmas shopping, I definitely have not yet. So
let's head east from Clinton. Go ahead into Saturday, Cup.
Okay, Saturday in Little Falls at Main Street Mecrcantile, which is owned by our good friend Allie Tamburo. There is a pop-up yarn show that is not only at her shop, but also taking place at the library there. And there will be, you can buy items already made. You can like hats and gloves and mittens and sweaters. And on display at the library will be the largest crocheted Christmas tree.
I mean, that's worth
really,
the trip.
really cool.
Yeah, so now I'm curious. How large does the largest crocheted tree need to be in order to call it the largest?
I don't know.
I don't need an answer right now.
But if you go to, so here's some information for you. If you go to Friends of Fiber, the website is littlefallsfof.com. You will see all of the vendors that will be located at the library. And I know the two that will be at Allie's shop is Sunny Valley Living and RK Knits. Allie will also have fresh mistletoe and the rest of the great items that she offers in her shop. The stained glass ornaments are just awesome. We have one that was gifted to me by her mother. It's a shamrock, and it is always hanging in our window over the sink, and I just love it. So, but not only does Allie have the pop-up yarn show in her shop from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m., but she's got a cookie pop-up. Kat's Cookies will be there. Kat is her sister, and she makes delicious cookies. And so I've got the cookie lineup for you if you're interested. They will be offering chocolate chip caramel creme brulee, M Oreo the Merrier, hazelnut cracker, and oatmeal gingerbread cream. That would definitely be Scott's pick, I'm sure.
Now I'm hungry.
Yeah, I kind of well, I definitely plan to go to Alley Shop on Saturday morning. Like I said, you can go from 10 a.m. to 3 p.m. and you'll be able to purchase some yarn as well as the stuff that she normally offers in her shop and cookies. I mean, you've got to be able to find something you like there, right?
I just want you to report back. I want a picture when we post this online, I want a picture of you with the largest crocheted Christmas tree.
Well, that's at the library.
We'll make your way over.
I'll try to make my way over to the library
so
I can get a picture of the largest. There are pictures online. If you go to that website, you can see what it looks like.
No, I want one with you.
All right, fine. Done. That's my mission Saturday morning. Okay.
Let's talk about the Stanley on Saturday night, 7 p.m. Sal Valentinetti, because you're not a true Italian unless you have every vowel multiple times in your last name. He is a performer of the old school Italian music, right? The Sinatra. We always mess
Dean
up.
Martin.
Dean Martin.
Yep.
Not James Dean.
Yeah, I know, right?
Not Dean Knoll.
No.
Not the Dean of Students. So yeah, he will be at the Stanley Theater, Italian, American music, flawless vocals. It's a big promise there. Flawless vocals.
Well, he's been to the Stanley before, so I think that they must have had a huge turnout.
We'll make mistakes, you know what I mean? But hey, tickets still available, $43 to $79. At Stanley, cool little scene. Weather looks beautiful this weekend, by the way. A little bit of rain, but it's spring-like in the 50s, so no reason not to get out.
Scott also got a good tip on a golf course that's still open.
Yeah. Potentially.
They're going to check it out.
They're going to check it out. Yeah. There was talk of golfing in Rome. And I don't even know if it's the Rome Country Club or
I don't know
where it is, but anyway, I'll report back on that.
Yeah.
Let's talk about food, one of my favorites, and murder, which can be mysterious.
Okay, so murder mystery dinner. I don't know if we mentioned this before, but we did one a couple of years back, and it was a ton of fun. And this is going to be held at the Burstone Inn. This is the hotel that's right next door to Notre Dame on Burstone Road. It's at 6:30 p.m. and tickets are $55 per person. This is one of the companies that performs at Beardsley Castle. Beardsley Castle, for those of you that don't know, is this awesome castle that's located in Little Falls, right? It's Little Falls?
Yeah,
I think Little Falls.
It's in between Little Falls and whatever
is past Little Falls, right? And that's where we went to see a murder mystery dinner. But this is one of the same performing companies that performs there, and they have been sold out of their shows for at least the last 3 to 4 months. So you can't get into Beardsley Castle, but they do have tickets available at Burstone. I called there yesterday just to make sure. And it's a murder mystery dinner. The menu, if you're interested, you don't get to order off the menu. It will be an antipasto salad, the soup du jour.
Which is the soup of the day.
Yeah, that sounds good. I'll have that. Baked stuffed shells, pasta and broccoli, meatballs, Italian sausage, green beans alamandi. I don't know what that is. And tiramisu for dessert. The theme of this, they give you a little synopsis of what the play is about. It's called Hijacked Holiday, and I'm going to read it for you. Millie, the copy girl, has packed her favorite portfolio of copies and headed for the North Pole with hopes of marrying the big guy. This goes south fast. However, when she finds she stepped into a crime scene, someone has stolen all of the Christmas toys right before they were to be packed on Santa's sleigh, and now everyone is a suspect. It's going to be one heck of a Christmas Eve, figuring out who's been naughty or nice.
Yeah, I mean, these are a lot of fun.
They are a lot of fun.
And of course, the character is Millie. I feel like the only Millies that exist are in stories like this.
Well, whatever.
Who knows a Millie? Send me an email if you know a Millie.
I think I like that name, Millie.
Or a Vanilli.
But I do know that there are tables of 10. So if you do have a group that you would like to go with, you can seat up to 10 at a table. And she said there's plenty of availability. So I thought that was a great scoop.
Yeah, that's awesome. I mean, great lineup. So we've got the Italian music at the Stanley. We've got the murder mystery in Little Falls. And now we're
You
going
can
to
do
go
some
right
shopping in the morning. But now
shopping.
this next
Now
one,
we're going
Scott's going to handle this one.
right downtown, and we're going to smack you right across the face with a steel chair. All right. We're straight up WWE. It's the live holiday tour. I don't know. Maybe they wear different tights when they pretend beat each other.
I don't know.
Listen, growing up,
This
admittedly,
was a big deal.
I am unapologetic about my love for the WWF at the time. Hulk Hogan, the Ultimate Warrior,
Hacksaw Jim Duggan.
the Iron Sheik,
What about the
the
Bushwhackers?
Bushwhackers. I saw the so
We saw them. I mean,
I was
there as well. but
probably
we weren't
10
together.
years old, and my father brought me to the Utica Odd. It was probably cooler than going to the Super Bowl at that point in my life. And legit, we were in the concourse in line for popcorn, and the Bushwhackers
Mhm.
came flying up, grabbed popcorn. Next thing we know, like 10 minutes later, they're coming out into the
Down the aisle.
down the aisle and to get to the wrestling, what do you call it,
Ring.
thank you.
Yep.
And they've got the popcorn, and it was this whole thing, and the Bushwhackers weren't known at that time. Like, we had no clue who the Bushwhackers were.
Right.
This was like one of their first appearances, so kind of cool. And then to this day, there's a few things that stand out to me from when you see people in real life that you see on TV. My first Yankee game was against the Royals, and we sat next to Bo Jackson, who had the biggest thighs I've ever seen on a human. Just manly man, pure muscle.
Shaquille O'Neal also.
We saw Shaquille
him.
O'Neal,
The
who
Wizards.
could
Yeah.
be at the 3-point line, take
Oh,
2 steps
yes.
and dunk it. When, as a Bills fan, going to the games, Bruce Smith would come out. It'd be 8 below zero. He'd come out in a cutoff shirt, all oiled up. Had the biggest biceps I've ever seen in my life, which leads me back to the Utica Auditorium, and we saw Andre the Giant.
Oh,
And, even if you're not a wrestling fan, pull up on Netflix or whoever, just a
Phenom, right? Like,
documentary on Andre the Giant, his life, his size, his heart, his, the whole thing, a true giant, like a wild. But I got to see him. We'll never forget it. He's like 7'4", 7'5", like 500 pounds, something crazy. To see him in real life was pretty cool. So anyway, none of that really makes any impact on today's WWE live holiday tour this Saturday, but I guess I will go full circle. I have not followed wrestling, since grade school, but a lot of people do, and a lot of people are into it. And if you've got a kid or a nephew or a grandkid, and you're like, just take one for the team. 40 years later, that kid might be talking about this experience on a podcast. Thank you.
Let's move on to Sunday.
Thanks for sticking with me,
Okay.
guys.
Sunday, back to shopping. If you have some shopping to do, I did not know that this happened last year, but Ilion has a Christmas craft fair at Primo's Pizzeria or Cacciatore's, the catering hall, the banquet hall there, from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. It's all local vendors, and they'll be collecting non-perishable food for Feed Our Vets. You can also purchase food there. Primo's will be offering a limited menu, and so you can buy some local crafts and stuff for Christmas.
Yeah, love it. Again, we always look for comboing good experiences. Primo's pizza is fantastic. Cacciatore's dining food is fantastic. It's a big facility, different little sections of it, which is cool. Don't get me on my soapbox about the need to feed our vets. Drives me bonkers. Yeah. But unfortunately, there is a huge need to feed our vets, and that is a local charity that we've reached out to, and we will highlight soon for you, talk about what they do and the importance of it. But if you any time of year, I hate this time of year because everyone donates this time of year. We should donate all year. But anyway, Feed Our Vets is taking donations. I'm on a roll today.
You're on a roll today. You're a talker today.
All right, this is the last one.
So lucky.
It's the last one, and then we'll shut up.
All right.
Go ahead, you do it.
Okay. All right. Hockey. Utica Comets. It's always fun to get to an afternoon game, especially if you have young kids. Sometimes the 7 o'clock game is a little bit of a late start. Our daughter always used to fall asleep, even with the horn going off and whatnot. And this is a great matchup. They're playing the Syracuse Crunch. It's always a good matchup between the two of them because they're located so close to one another. 3 p.m. start, and tickets start at $30. So if you haven't seen a game yet and you've got some little ones and you looking to wait for a way to spend your Sunday afternoon.
Yeah, hockey matinees are great.
Yeah, they are a lot of fun.
The 3 o'clocks are nice. It's kind of cool to be there, as weird as it sounds, like during the daylight. Although this time of year,
it's dark at 5 o'clock.
After the first period.
Yeah.
But it will start in the daylight, which is fun. That's it. Lots of good stuff. My research department did a hell of a job this week. Kudos to
tried. You. Yeah, some weeks are better than others, but I feel good about this week.
All right, guys, we'll see you out there.
Thank you for tuning in to another Love Living Local episode. Before you head out to support all things Central New York, we just have one ask of you. Please help us share the love we have for our community by sharing this podcast with a neighbor of yours. We truly appreciate you. In fact, you are one of the many reasons we love living local.